Hey guys, what is going on? Day 2 of the AI Enterprise Challenge. And since we posted last time, which was a while ago, we've actually signed 2 clients. So I'm going to be breaking down the 3 learning lessons that I took from signing those 2 clients and how you can apply them into your own business or into your own side hustle. Now, this video is going to be specifically for people looking to get into the online space and also for existing agency owners who are aware of all the different things that are out there. I'm going to break down the 3 lessons that I learned from signing on these 2 clients. Now, the first lesson is the difference in 2025 when it comes to high ticket. Now, high ticket is where you sell products typically over $1,000. And back in 2018 to maybe 2022, it was fairly easy to sell things for like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, even $5,000 without having too much kind of proof and credibility behind you. Things are very different in 2025. People have been burnt by the agency market. They've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different marketing agencies. And even with the shiny object of AI, it's still difficult for them to just shell out thousands of dollars. And so if you don't want to have to do lots of follow up, you don't want to have a sales process that's super emotional and getting into their emotions and pain and problem and all that type of thing, which is important. But if you don't want to have to go down that route too much, what I've discovered is what I call the reverse pricing model. Now, this is lesson 1. Now, the reverse pricing model goes like this. In a trust deprived market where there's not much trust out there in the marketplace, people want to see results before they pay. Now, instead of charging nothing, which is what some people do, and it's only pay on result, I don't like that because there's no skin in the game from the customer. But there's a happy medium between pay on result and charging everything up front. And I call it the reverse pricing model, which is essentially where number 1, you figure out how much you want to get paid from the customer within the first 30 days. And then you resolve to deliver the results that you promised to them within the first 30 days. And instead of just charging it all up front or just full pay on result, you kind of find a happy medium. And so for us, what we do is we charge a setup fee, and then we have weekly transactions that come out until the full amount is paid. And then it's just ongoing from there. So it's really about collecting that amount up front, but then it's actually ongoing transactions on a recurring basis because we've proved our result, right? We've proved that we can deliver what we promised. And so that's really important. Now, if you're just new to the online space and you're thinking, I don't know how to deliver results, I don't know what this is about, don't stress. You can easily outsource the result if you know where to look. And that's exactly why in our free program, the AI Incubator, we break down the steps that you need to take to do it. We've got a lot of source in that program. If you're curious and you want to see how it works, there's a link below in the description. You can check it out. So the reverse pricing model really helped us sign those 2 clients because what most people do is they rely on the fact that they're a single niche agency or a single niche provider. Now, what that means is that if I say I only work with law firms and I'm a marketing agency and I brand myself around being a law firm agency, I'm going to create a lot more trust with law firms because they're going to say he's a specialist. He worked with only law firms. And that makes sense, right? Like if you're sick and you've got a sore throat, you go to the ENT, which is an ear, nose, and tongue doctor, right? Because they're a specialist in the field that you're having issues with. Now, if you don't want to go very specific and very niched, you have to rely on other things. And for me, it was relying on the reverse pricing model. When there was a higher perceived risk because I was not a specialist, I was able to counteract that risk by saying, don't pay the whole amount up front. Let's just do it over the next 30 days. And so I resolved to collect that amount within the first 30 days. Now, the second thing, and this is pretty well documented fact, is that you have to have a good offer. Now, the offer doesn't need to be a huge outcome, okay? It doesn't need to be a big result that people can expect. For me, it was all about speed. So I told them I can get your campaign set up and running in the next certain amount of time or you don't pay, right? And so that was easy for me to do because I've got a team. I know how to set that up, right? So for me, it was a no-brainer to offer that because it was something that I really did already. Okay, so that is actually a secret to putting together a good offer, is you look at your processes that you do already, that you take for granted, and you emphasize parts of those processes that you do really well and make that your offer, right? So let's just say let's just say you're a fitness instructor and you do a full body scan and analysis. You can just say to people, hey, when you sign up, we're going to do a free body scan and analysis. We usually charge $100 for it, or you could easily charge $100 for it and get it completely for free. Now, there's a free element involved with something that you already do from the get-go, right? So think about what you already do and how you can turn that into an offer. And for me, it was just a speed-based offer that allowed me to get attention and create what's called asymmetry, where for a little amount of effort or output, I was able to get a big result, which is asymmetry, where it's like a little amount of effort, I get a big result. And the reason is because of the offer. So I did a speed-based offer, which really helped. Now, the last learning lesson is this. Now, the last learning lesson is this. Instead of niching down, I went broad. Now, the reason I wanted to do that is I wanted to see where the demand was in the marketplace. And it turns out I signed up a concreter and a mortgage broker. And so what does it tell you? Professional services and trades businesses are the big demand industries out there when it comes to the type of service that I offer, which is leads. And so the reason I did the broad is because I wanted to do that research to see where the demand was. And then as I take on more clients and discover how easy or how hard the different fulfillment is for each of those clients, then I'm able to figure out the business model from end to end. So guys, thank you so much for watching. They're my learning lessons. If you found this interesting, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Speak soon. Peace.